GWLN plays a very special role in my life, so it's a real privilege to be speaking to you tonight. Tonight, I'd like to talk about how the work done by organizations like GWLN can touch the lives of women in faraway countries like Turkey, and why that work matters. Kader, a young woman who lives and works in Turkey and is one of our graduates, is a good example of this ripple effect. I would like to start out by saying that I would not be here tonight if I had not met Linda Alapin and through her GWLN exactly 6 years ago. At that time, I had just moved to Silicon Valley after leaving a long corporate career, was seriously exploring what's next in my life, was beginning to meet organizations that work with girls and women, and was coming to the conclusion that it was now my turn to do something for girls and women in my home country of Turkey. But I had no idea how to go about doing it. Then I met Linda Alapin and GWLN and went to the Women Leaders for the World training. This really helped me crystallize my desire to make a difference. Then Linda encouraged me to start Turkish Women's Initiative. In fact, she named it. At that time, I did not know that I would embark on a journey that would lead me to what I'm doing now, which is probably one of the most meaningful things in my life. TWI was based partly out of my own personal experience as I came to the US as a young woman, and the changes I had to go through to acquire the skills needed to function in the demanding environment of a corporate professional life combined with motherhood. It was also inspired by my observations of the work of countless organizations like GWLN that work with girls and women. I saw that it is possible to teach them leadership skills so they can grow up to be confident women and help society's problems. And that it takes a village to do this. That is, it takes mentors and a supportive network that believes in you. TWI led last year the establishment of our sister organization, Change Leaders Association, a non-profit based in Turkey. We started by targeting young women studying at public universities who come from humble backgrounds. They come from families that are mostly uneducated and are the first one in their families to go to college, like Kader. They represent the small percentage of women that have university degrees. They are the future leaders who have the potential to be successful professionals and solve society's problems. And they represent the growing middle-class families of Anatolia, the new Turkey. If we can touch one such woman, she has the potential to touch hundreds, if not thousands of others through her lifetime. However, these young women are functioning in a traditional culture that continues to see its women primarily as wives and mothers. They do not get the support they need from their families to break away from these expectations. They are functioning in a country that is governed by growingly conservative values that are being felt in all aspects of everyday life, most importantly as they relate to women. And they go through an education system that is based mostly on textbook knowledge with little or no emphasis on actual work experience. These young women do not have access to Girl Scouts or other similar organizations that we have here. They do not start out by selling cookies to total strangers when As a result, today in Turkey, only 25% of the women work outside their home, one of the lowest in the world. The percentage of university graduates that work is declining, all of which is alarming for any country, but more so for Turkey, which has one of the fastest growing economies in the world, and which is perceived by some as a role model for Middle East. World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Index places Turkey 124, at the very bottom of the list, out of 135 countries. Yes, Turkey is fast developing, it's beautiful, it's wonderful to visit, but its women are being left out and left behind. So when these young women graduate from the university, they have very little of the skills needed to function and thrive as an active participant of the society, let alone in a global economy. They do not have a network that they could go for support. They don't have access to mentors and have not had the chance to think about who they want to be as engineers, attorneys, and as moms. All of this was the impetus behind the Sparks program, which was piloted in 2009. With the 7-month-long Sparks program, our students are expected to take trainings to develop their leadership skills, meet women role models in their towns, while at the same time do an actual social change project that addresses a problem in their communities. This program now has over 100 graduates in 4 different cities. Collectively, they have done 10 social change projects that have touched over 20,000 individuals. So what kind of projects? Like the one done by the GWLN group, all of who happen to be nursing students, about the proper use of prescription drugs. These students distributed 3,000 pamphlets in their downtown area to raise awareness of the proper use of drugs. Or the one done by the Ankara group about the importance of getting breast cancer screenings. They organized a presentation to low-income women, many of whom had never had a mammogram. They have met countless women role models and have started to consider their own vision of who they want to be. For the last 3 years, every year, these students organize a conference at the end of the school year, which brings together all the participants from the different cities. And the annual conference includes presentations by students on what they learned the entire year on being a leader, workshops on subjects like women's health, getting ready for work life, as well as meeting women leaders from the local community. Based on requests, DLD has also started developing and offering seminars at universities like this one on creating your own vision at Fatih University, a new university catering to the more conservative families, as you can see from the students who are covered. Or a one-day leadership workshop at a more liberal high school in Istanbul, where the students were asked to explore one community problem and offer solutions. I'm very proud of the fact that these young women are working very hard at learning to be leaders and have confidence in their own voices. So, coming back to why organizations like GWLN matter. Because through GWLN, I have learned how to have a vision, how not to give up. I have met individuals who continue to mentor me and who open their homes and hearts to Turkish women. There's a support group I can count on, whether for help for funding, as a speaker, for networking, or simply for a good conversation. This is why I get up every day to do the hard work I'm doing, so that young women like Kader, who can be the leaders they deserve. Because I'm surrounded by women who remind me every day why I matter. So thank you, GWLN. Now I'm very pleased to present to you Kader, who's here with us tonight, who would like to say a few words about her own journey and how our work has touched her life. Kader is here for a brief 6-month period to learn English, and she would now like to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. I have to apologize because I'm a little bit excited. I'm dying. First, I must say that I feel so proud to be here. Thank you, Sema, for inviting me. And I speak to you about the impact this impact on my life as a young woman. I grew up in a small city in Turkey, and my father is a carpenter, and my mother is a housewife. I have 2 sisters, and I went to public schools. and I am the first woman to go to university in my family. When I was in university, my last year, 3 years ago, one of my friends mentioned about the goal and activities of the GWLN. I was impressed. I've been involved with other organizations up to now, but the GWLN has been very different for me. I became a participant in this program. I understood that my opinions and I are prejudiced as a woman. It was so important to understand, to believe in yourself. In order to be successful, you need to be aware of yourself. You cannot obtain anything without believing in and putting effort into something. Following my participation with the energy we generate together with our friends, I became aware of the potential which I had not seen in me before. After we create the group and initiate our activities, I noticed so much change within myself. We start a social change project. We make role model business women who talk to us about business life, and this networking helped to me find a job. After that, I have been a volunteer for the GWLN for 2 years. Recently, the GWLN needed to improve its social media tools. So I started to update the GWLN's website. Actually, I didn't know how to make a website with WordPress, but I tried to learn and I figured out. Burcu, as a volunteer who graduated from the GWLN's first program last year, helped me. The two of us are a team and work from different countries using Skype. In addition, we prepared the first newsletter, first electronic newsletter for the GWLN. I feel very good about our accomplishments. Coming to the US and to learn English was my great and best dream that I couldn't believe to come true. I wanted to come here for around 5 years. I didn't have enough money and support until last year. But the GWLN's support has made my dream come true. I'm still so excited. It is the most important experience, and it shows me if you believe in yourself and work hard, you can reach your dreams. The GWLN has contributed a lot to me. For instance, I have learned how to stand up against all negative aspects, how to be able to see the light even the darkest days. I have learned how to be patient. I have improved my many communication skills. Use your energy to make something happen. Real change takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. The key to success in your life is to keep moving. Realize the power you have and create momentum in the direction of your dream. You have something special. Don't underestimate yourself. You have the ability to do more and to have more than you think. Challenge yourself with discipline, dedication, and commitment to achieving greater results in your life. Don't give up. Keep working and believing. With this program, I believe that lives of many women will be better. Thank you, the GWLN and GWLN.